Hey, Shalom. Allah start off by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutation to the Ophilit, this pushing truth. Across the four corners of true Sarah charity. All right, it's the brother I'm one by from the Birmingham Camp, Alabama GMS. Then we get to the sentence going to just about, how, once you come to serve the Lord, once you come to serve the Lord, there's no looking back. There's no breaks in his word and his truth of the Lord. You gotta continue to do what's ordered unto you from the apostles, elders of great millstone. Doing your videos, fellowshipping, being teaching on highways and byways. However they be, your part in that lot, whether it's reading, bringing out precepts, teaching. you know. But you gotta continue to do those things, man, and not get tired or fall back, or fall out of this truth because of a situation, with your family or whatever it may be, or you're going through things, But like I said, this lesson is not, I say, go for me first and foremost that, keep in mind that, y'all shall come first and everything else is just, you get to it. I'm not saying that you be irresponsible, but I'm getting to it. It's Luke 14:26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sister, yea, his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So, disciple. So, yeah, because if you, when you go into that, about hating your father and mother, it's not like, you beat up on your mother and father because they don't understand what you understand about the truth. You just, you don't understand the truth, so I'm gonna beat you up or something. Whatever it may be. You fight your folks because they don't understand what you understand. It just, you hate them because they are into the ways of this world. So you hate what they do. But you don't dishonor your father and mother, far as like, like say you don't try to fight them or, don't curse them, just, love them from afar. You worry about you in this truth, you in this truth, you believe, then you continue to walk the walk, man. And then maybe eventually your family could come around to what you believe, and you never know, how that could work. But you gotta hate your father and mother and your sister, your brothers, and your family, because like I say, man, they of all the world, they of the world, they are not of what you believe in, which is the truth of the Lord. And you gotta keep that in mind, that once you come to serve the Lord, you gotta put the Lord Yahweh Shai work first, and like I say, I'm not saying that you don't be irresponsible and not take care of what you gotta take care of in your life. Yeah, you gotta take, your duties, but when things come down with order, or you're doing your video for you doing your videos, or whatever it may be, you gotta put that first and foremost before you put your family, or whatever it may be, or your life, your own life. You feel like you gotta turn back, and you feel like you gotta try to make your life better, like like, I don't know, you trying to pursue a career in something, that's gonna make you a lot of money. But if you try to do that, then eventually you're not gonna do your videos. You're gonna stop fellowship, and you're gonna start coming out to the highway byways because you're so focused on trying to be something in society. Knowing that this truth, knowing that the Lord's gonna eventually take this place out soon, man, by fire, by the thermonuclear missiles. But I'm gonna get the next verse. Next verse, Luke 14:27. And whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. So you gotta bear your cross. You gotta bear what, once you put your hands to this plow, you gotta bear that suffering or whatever it may be, whether it be financial problems, family problems, whatever it may be. You gotta bear that cross to to fight for the truth for the word of the Lord, and hopefully Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy to be delivered and to be part of the righteous number, the 144,000, and be a part of the 144,000 of the so-called Negro, Latino, natives, the Israelite men, So if you can't bear your cross, you cannot be the Lord disciple, man. Because the things of this world, you so worried about it. Eventually, it's gonna get. Eventually, this work is gonna probably be too much for you, because the cares of this life and the ways this life is getting to you, your family, where it may be, it's getting to you, and it's gonna be too much. It's too much for you. Eventually, you're going to stop doing the work, and you're gonna eventually fall off. Next verse, Luke 14:28. For which of you intended to build a tower, sit up not down first, and count the cost, whether he has sufficient to finish it. So once you come to serve the Lord and try to build this house, the spiritual house of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, you gotta sit down and count the cost first. You gotta you gotta take everything into consideration about, do you really believe in this truth? Do you have really faith in you that once you put his hands to the plow, that no matter what happens, Lord got you. If you lose your family, if you lose your wife and kids, because you gotta think of the story of Job. Job, lost. Lord put hell on Job. Job lost. Lord, took everything from Job except for his life. Lord even took Job's health, but he didn't take his life though. Because once you come to this truth, man, all that's gonna come upon you, man. However, come upon you, but you gotta keep pushing somehow, some way. You gotta keep on believing, keep fighting, no matter what. Now it's a certain extent, like if you, I say if you on the verge of dying, then you can't, can't keep teaching. That just you're on the verge of dying, but like I say, that's what it is when it comes to the doing the work of the Lord. You gotta count all that, man. You gotta take that to perspective. Like, hey, man, it's serious, man. This is life or death. It's like literally, this is life or death. Either you're gonna be a part of that righteous number, that's written in the book of life, to receive the crown of life, to be delivered and have the new bodies and the kingdom and the things that the Lord Yahweh has for his servants, his great servants. Or you come to the truth of the Lord, you be part of that 2/3 number of death of the so-called Negro, Latino, natives, Israelites, and eventually you're just gonna eventually taste those missiles or taste whatever death judgment is gonna come upon you. You just gonna have to come back in the kingdom as well. That's verse Luke 14:29. Less happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him. So yeah, if you're not able to finish this work, your work, your part of doing your part in your lot, then all the men of Great Millstone, brothers, this teaching is where it's gonna mock you, man. You're gonna be mocked for not finishing the work, man. You're gonna be talked about, you're gonna be made an example of not how not to be. But next verse, Luke 14:30, saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. So yeah. Understand that you're building, man. So if you get frustrated, tired of, because because your family, wondering why you're not spending much time with them, or whatever it may be, whatever the situation may be, but you gotta keep in mind, hey, you gotta try to finish this work, man. You gotta put the work of the Lord first, before anything. Like I said, this go for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exempting myself, exempting myself from this. Listen, I'm putting out there because you got to examine yourself first. Like I say, I said hopefully, I'm in good graces of the Lord, and hopefully I continue to keep pushing His word of the Lord, enduring the things that you know that come upon me, and hopefully I keep that joy and faith in His work, in His faith of the Lord, in His truth to teach, no matter what situation may be. Just don't worry about it. If you really believe in the Lord, Yahweh gonna take care of you. Just don't worry about what happens in your walk in His faith, and walk in this walking faith of the Lord, or the Lord Yahweh. But let me see that one. Let me get John 8 and 31. Said, then Yahweh to those Jews which believed on Him, if you continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. So yeah. So if you continue in the word of Yahweh Shai, then you are the Lord's disciples indeed. Like the apostles, Apostle Hall, Apostle Carl, Apostle Ramadan, Apostle Gabar, they've been doing this for 30 plus years. Teaching His word, man, and not looking back, not wavering, staying faithful no matter whatever can come upon those men. Scripture say, look to those men, of the faith, look to those men that are, teaching the word, man, and continue to do so. So you gotta keep that in mind. Since so what, you've been in this truth for 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, you gotta keep in mind, like, you gotta do it to the end. You gotta keep fighting, unto death. That's the only way, you should keep in mind. You gotta fight to death, man. Like I said, this world, this life ain't is no good. It ain't guaranteed to be forever. It's not. Everything, these things around your family and people around you, if you're in this truth, gonna die. But if you remain, and this go for me. If you remain in this truth, the Lord have mercy on you. You still fellowship with the brothers. The brothers, they care for you. You care for the brothers. You doing the same. You doing the work. You keeping the faith. You ain't giving up on the Lord no matter what situation may come upon you. This walk is not easy, but you gotta walk it. You gotta, like I said, the scripture say you gotta bear your cross, man. You gotta bear your afflictions, whatever it may be. Your losses. I know I this far in this truth, and I say, I'm still, I'm a novice, man. I'm still learning more as I go, and just being more observant in this truth than more of just not trying to be a busybody, not trying to put myself out there in the forefront. But anyway, I gotta be just gotta stay down no matter what. You gotta stay down with the Lord, man, even unto death. But I'm gonna end off with Acts 2 and 42. So this is acting. Acts is you actually think about Acts, something you got act out. So these scriptures gotta play out, man. Is a movie. This is the Lord's movie, and however whatever character you is, whether you a character that's you are part of the 144,000, and you playing that part to be delivered. You are the ones to be delivered. But then you have those that do come into the knowledge of the Lord, are the ones that you thought they were your brothers, but they fall out because of some reason. Then they are not part of that number. They are destined. They are they was the character to be destroyed. In this movie, man, to not make it. So I'm getting to Acts 2 and 4, ending off of Acts 2 and 42, and they continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine, in fellowship, and in breaking of bread, and in prayers. So if you gonna know a man of Lord, you gonna know a man of love. He continue to stay in his truth no matter what, steadfast. Continue to push his word, being hungry for this word, continuing in apostles' doctrine, fellowshipping, fellowshipping. It says fellowshipping, apostles' doctrine, the understanding, the breakdowns, the orders, whatever it may be, like say fellowshipping, that there go the one right there, fellowshipping and breaking of bread and in prayers. So breaking bread, this knowledge, like you you and the brothers breaking bread, this is the word of the Lord. You going into the scriptures, man. You bringing out the scriptures. You and the brothers ain't talking. It's talking about this word, to get more understanding of this word, to apply the word in your life, not just you bringing out precepts all the time, but to get understanding about certain situations of the word of the Lord, to apply it in your life, and it's to this truth, because you can bring out precept, but don't you understand about how to apply that certain precepts, or or this word of the Lord into the to the ministry, in his walk, and in prayers. So, brothers, gotta pray for each other, man, too. Lord, keep each and every, man that's continue to teach this word of the Lord, keep them in prayers, to keep the faith, to keep fighting, and hopefully that the Lord have mercy, to hopefully be part of the number, to be delivered from the judgment, the ultimate judgment that the Lord gonna bring to this place, America, Babylon the Great, which is that fire by thermonuclear missiles, man. So with that, I won't make this too long. We'll go into that. Hopefully, I ain't gonna go over. If I probably did go over, but with that, again, like with all praises and honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash, to the apostles, elders, to the Sisakin brothers, to the few Aqua sisters that do listen. Keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting with that. Say shalom.